Well, I hope you all are ready, as I am pleased to say we are here in the main event of Starrcade, brought to you by Grand State Wrestling, and I am thankful to be able to say I have not just one, but two matches being featured here from Damn Defiant Wrestling. And in this main event, we've got a tag team matchup set under TLC rules, but a little twist on this is that they have to win via pinfall or submission. And well, the two teams we have here tonight, if you didn't know already, they were the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, two of the very best to ever do anything within the realm of the tag team world. And I can say that confidently, as I grew up watching these guys in TNA, and everything I've ever seen them do is practically nothing short of spectacular. But let's also be honest here, their opponents tonight, Edge and Christian, two of the very best to not just ever do it here in Damn Defiant Wrestling, just to do it all over the wrestling world. And not just in tag team competition, but in singles competition as well, as both this man Christian and his tag partner Edge are former World Heavyweight Champions in WWE. Can't say that here in Damn Defiant Wrestling just yet, but you never know when you've got two men who are ultimate opportunists. And speaking of that, we've got the Rated R Superstar finally making his way out to the ring, and I am excited to say that we are moments away from this tag match being on their way. And the big stipulation here is that if Edge and Christian can manage to beat Motor City Machine Guns here tonight, they will earn the right to face them in the future for their number one contenders opportunity at the Tag Team Champions in the Shield. And while these two teams are getting it started after a little sign of respect from the two, if you think about it, going back a little ways to the pay-per-view Armageddon on my side of things, the Tag Team Gauntlet, which featured 14 teams, and well, the winners were obviously Motor City Machine Guns. Edge and Christian were the team that they beat out of all of them to secure the number one contender spot. And well, they are dog walking Edge and Christian here as well. This lethal combination of kicks followed by a devastating elbow by Alex Shelley just took Edge off of his feet, and then a super kick lifted up into a brainbuster, and Chris Sabin followed into it with a kick to the side of the head of Christian. And well, that didn't get them the victory, but that was a really damn good tag team maneuver here as Edge takes Chris Sabin off of his feet with a nice lifting knee to the jaw. And Alex Shelley looking for a little bit of sliced bread, but Christian throws him to the outside through one of those tables. And well, that might have just been a great thing for Edge and Christian, as they now hit Chris Sabin with a chop block clothesline combination, and it does not get them the victory, but they are the team in control right now. And while Edge is looking to take Chris Sabin to the outside, where we've got 4 tables stacked up, and after a big boot from Edge, he's got Chris Sabin laid out across at least all 4 of those tables technically, as well they go for some devastating tag team maneuvering here, but Motor City Machine Guns end up sending Christian Cage through those tables instead, and 3 out of the 4 tables broke, as Shelley did get Edge to the outside, but not for long, as Edge just smacked Chris Sabin on the side of the head with that chair. Shelley blocks it, kicks Edge in the gut, and he went for an attack on Edge there, but the chair bounced off the top rope, hit him in the face, and Edge just picked him up for a flapjack and landed it on the ladder where Chris Sabin had his knee laid out after being laid out with the chair. So this is definitely playing a little bit up into the favors of Edge and Christian right now. As Edge, he's looking for something devastating here on the outside, as he did do a little bit of rearranging with that furniture as he just threw a steel chair at Chris Sabin. He sends Alex Shelley to the outside, and what's he looking for here as he hits the spear through the ropes, and he just technically made Alex Shelley break the ladder there with that spear into the ladder bridge, taking the two men out. And I think Christian is looking to take advantage of that here, but Chris Sabin just sent him flying out here in front of me into that table with that little like tower of chairs, and that was just fairly devastating. But one thing we didn't notice was Chris Sabin had a little bit of color as a crimson red mask is starting to cover the face after being busted open with that chair shot after it was thrown at him. But after a little bit of a back and forth, Motor City Machine Guns managed to hit Skull and Crossbones, but it did not get them the victory. And well, now they're looking for another tag team maneuver here, but Edge pulled Alex Shelley in front of him, and Sabin sent him through that table with a drop kick and an execution into that chair, collapsing it on the head of Chris Sabin. And will Edge get the victory for his team? No, he does not. He does not secure the W here. But all I can say is so far, this tag match has been going 100 miles a minute, as we got a double spear, and it was broken up on the pin attempt by Alex Shelley, who is not going to say die that easily. And well, Edge and Christian are now double teaming Alex Shelley here, as Edge is just laying those punches in. And now what are they looking for here is Christian just kind of threw him in Edge's way, and Edge went for a spear, but Shelley dodged it, and Chris Sabin just caught him on the chin with a kick, and he just laid him out through that one table with an apron DDT, and Shelley hits a sliced bread without any rope assistance here in the middle of the ring, but it does not get him the victory. But Shelley goes in for that arm-trapped cross face. I'm not exactly sure what he calls it, but Christian, he got him rolled up here, and Shelley kicks out of that. And well, what can these two men do here to secure themselves the victory, let alone their tag partner? I don't know, but Christian thinks he's got to go high risk to get the reward, as he goes off the top of the tallest ladder in the building with a frog splash through that table, and Sabin broke it up. Sabin just doesn't want to quit. And Edge, he may be getting a little bit of his mind back, but it doesn't really matter, as Christian is still fighting off Motor City Machine Guns. And speaking of fighting them off, Chris Sabin just fought out of that kill switch to get him up in that cradle driver, but it doesn't matter, as the Ultimate Opportunist came in with a spear, and that actually just got Edge and Christian the victory here, as Christian has pinned Chris Sabin, and we will see these two teams down the line at DDW Chaos Theory. And well, thank you guys, but we are running out of time, so see you next time.